G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Recording my match thoughts and reaction in the game between the Milwaukee Bucks and my Denver Nuggets. Bucks ended up winning 125 to 112. So yeah, just going to be going through my reaction. And this is a pretty bad loss in my opinion, considering we were the underdogs coming into the match, but the fact that Jamal Murray did play and Drew Holiday didn't, I felt like that should have given us the edge, I think. We still were without Gary Harris, and I'm not sure if Campazzo was fit to play or not. It said, I think I saw that it said he was back, but he just didn't get any game time. So I'm not sure if that's on the coach or if they were just being extra cautious and didn't want to play. But yeah. So this time the starting lineup was Murray, Barton, Porter, Millsap, Jokic. So this time Porter came into the starting lineup. No JaMychal Green in the starting lineup this time. And Murray was back, so no Monte Morris. I thought there was a slight chance Monte Morris and Murray were going to start together in the backcourt, but Coach Malone didn't think that was a good idea. And we came out on fire. Millsap hit the first three of the game, so that was a good sign. I always like it when Millsap and Barton start strong. It usually keeps them engaged for the rest of the game. But yeah, both teams were hitting threes early, and as you can tell, it was a very high scoring game, especially in that first quarter. DiVincenzo started out on fire, but didn't really do much after quarter time offensively. And Barton started really well. I believe he had 20 points in the first half, and he had at least 10 points in the first quarter. But then for some reason, Malone subbed him out. I would have just liked him to just keep riding him the whole first quarter because he was on fire. And I don't know why you'd take off the hot hand, in my opinion. But yeah, after that, we're up 42 to 37 at quarter time, so a little 5-point lead. And the start of the second quarter was no difference. There was no defense being played, really. Although it does seem deceiving because it was only a 22 to 20 quarter. Milwaukee won that quarter by 2, but it was just because teams were missing their wide open shots. So it wasn't really necessarily because there was good defense. But Porter did make a good couple plays during the game. He made a good pass to Jokic and then made a great rotation block. But yeah, he didn't play that well. He was 3 of 9 from the field, so not very efficient for him. 27 minutes, -3. But he had a couple assists, which is good to see. But sometimes his shot selection and just his IQ is not there, and you can just tell that Jokic gets frustrated at some of the plays he does. So hopefully Porter can improve, and hopefully Jokic doesn't break his confidence too much. Although I'm not sure that Michael Porter Jr. will ever lack confidence with the type of shots he takes. But we were still up by 3 points at halftime. I felt like the Bucks were doing quite well in the offensive glass, especially Lopez and just like hitouts from other players. Like DiVincenzo was just doing a bit of everything. Like he had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks for a guard. But I want to give a shout out to Millsap, especially on the defensive end, because he was making Giannis work. I feel like Giannis scored most of his points in the third quarter. Again, third quarter, which is the Nuggets' worst quarter. We always seem to struggle and get smashed in the third quarter. So we ended up losing the quarter by 8 and therefore lost the lead. But I feel like most of Giannis' points came in that third quarter when Millsap was on the bench, actually, and he was being guarded by like JaMychal Green and just anyone besides Millsap, because Millsap wasn't on the court, obviously. But yeah, there were a couple of turnovers from Porter in that third quarter, which really contributed to Milwaukee's run. I think they had like 15 unanswered points or something like that. And Middleton was getting to the free throw line. Middleton and Giannis combined for 19 free throws, whereas Jokic and Murray only combined for 8. No one got more than 3 free throws on Denver except for Jokic, and he only ended up getting 6 free throws. But another great game by Jokic. He just needs someone to go along with him. I feel like Barton was going to be that guy today because he had 20 points in the first half, but he only had 24 for the game. Had the worst plus-minus in the game. And you know who else played really well in his return to Denver was Torrey Craig. He played 23 minutes, 3 of 3 from the field, all threes. So he had 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal, +5. He really locked up Jamal Murray. And we need to talk about this. Jamal Murray is just not performing so far, especially in this game too. He was 4 of 17, an absolutely woeful game. Couldn't hit anything, and he had 4 assists, but sometimes he just wait too long to pass the ball. Jokic is wide open, and Murray waits. He was waiting way too long. Doesn't get to the hoop enough. looks like he's almost scared when he's in the paint sometimes. He's always trying to pump fake, and the defender never falls for it. It's just getting really repetitive. We need him to get back to bubble Murray form. I don't know why or how he managed to play 37 minutes tonight, because he was pretty woeful, to be honest. 4 of 17. That's not even 25%. That's under 25%. Torrey Craig absolutely locked him up and shows us what we're missing, because we should have kept him. I'm telling you. He's a great wing defender, and that's what we really lack on this team. Because Murray can't really defend. Harris is hit and miss because he's still really small. He's like 6'4", 6'5" on a good day, and then Barton's just not big enough, and Millsap's too slow. Although today he had a very good game against Giannis. He really made Giannis work. But yeah, our bench was really non-productive today. We only played 9 players, and Morris was the only one who really got anything going, but he was 4 of 8. JaMychal Green only played 17 minutes. Wasn't hitting today, 2 of 7. But it's just weird how some games he gets 30 minutes, then other games he gets 17. So, I don't know. Maybe it's on the matchup. But if we're losing games, you got to say that's on Malone then, because it's obviously not working if you're playing him less or more for certain reasons, because we're still getting L's. We go to 12 and 11. We did have a slight chance to get back into the game, but every time we needed a big 3, we'd get a wide open one and brick it. But yeah, we go to 12 and 11 now, 5 and 6 at home. So this is an atrocious home record. Normally we're the opposite. We're crap on the road and great at home. But yeah, Jokic, another A game from him. Can't really fault him. He did struggle a bit in that third quarter. How crazy is it that he goes 13 for 26, drops 35, 12 and 6, and you don't think he played his best game? That just shows the levels of this guy Jokic, who should be an MVP candidate. But the team's just letting him down. Everyone else is just not up to scratch with him. Murray, atrocious. So our best 3 players today, I'd say, were Jokic, Millsap, just because of his defensive play. And I guess you'd say Barton, but Barton in the second half was dreadful. Middleton was torching him in certain positions. And Middleton, I better give him a bigger shout out. 29 points, 9 of 16 from the field, 11 of 11 at the line. So getting easy points, 8 rebounds and 12 assists. I didn't know Middleton was such a good playmaker. But I guess without Drew Holiday, he was basically playing point guard. And he also had 3 steals, so he was doing really well. And also with Jokic, he had 0 turnovers today. So 6 assists, 0 turnovers. Great stuff by him. So maybe play more RJ Hampton. He had played 17 minutes. 3 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Didn't have a great plus-minus, but I'm not sure if that's on him. Because I feel like RJ Hampton's really giving it his all every time he's out there, which is what I want to see. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Another disappointing loss. I think that's 3 losses in a row now. We really got to pick it up, because this is not looking good at all. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Peace.